Good evening, everyone. My name is Someshwar. I welcome all of you on behalf of Art of Living organization to Yog Vaashishtha evening session. नमस्ते, मैं सोमेश्वर आप सभी का आर्ट ऑफ लिविंग संस्था की तरफ से योग वाशिष्ठ के सायंकाल के सत्र में स्वागत करता हूँ. So just like every day, we'll begin this session by chanting Om 3 times. Let's all sit comfortably and close your eyes. आंखें बंद. Sit comfortably, spine erect, shoulders relaxed. Let's bring back our attention to our breath. एक साधारण सांस अंदर ले और छोड़ दे. Take one more deep breath. And as you breathe out, drop all your past and come back to the present moment. This present moment is new. Let's welcome this present moment by chanting Om 3 times. Breathe in. Let us awaken the divinity within. Guru का आवाहन कर ले. पुनः Let us express our gratitude towards the divinity, towards the master. गुरु वंदना कर ले. गुरुर् ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर् साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. Let us pray to the master, to the divinity. Whatever the words that are coming out of our mouth, whatever the thoughts that come into our mind, whatever the actions that are happening, and the power of discrimination arising in our intellect, whatever the impressions that might be getting created in the memory, if they are, and if still there is an iota of this I, me, let all this be inspired by the master alone. Pray like this. We the people walking on the path of liberation, मुक्ति और मोक्ष की राह पे चलने वाले हम लोग. If we experience this mukti, liberation right now, this moment of you are already liberated, let this remaining life, and if we have to come back here again to express our gratitude, bhakti, to serve the humanity, seva, spread this knowledge, all the individuals. Let I be inspired by the Master alone. Feel the presence of the Master within and outside. And slowly and gradually, with a gentle smile on your face, you may open your eyes. Jai Gurudev. So let's continue the session. Once again, I welcome all our Zoom participants, all our YouTube viewers, and all our Facebook viewers to this evening day Yog Vaashishtha session. Today we are on day 78. आज हम लोग 78वें सेशन में पहुंच चुके हैं. So we have seen that how the Uddhalaka continues to put his efforts to attain the Nirvikalpa Samadhi. While walking on this path, he come across some obstacles, and what are all the obstacles that can come on this path of yoga, or even in a material world when you walk on any particular, attaining any particular objective, what could stop you attaining that? We have seen that all such possible obstacles in one system. We've seen all the possible solutions from the perspective of Yog Vaashishtha, other scriptures, and the art of living way. So then we also saw that how the Uddhalaka choose one of the method to advise its mind, and then he does the contemplation and advise his mind and then continue to do so. So now he continues these practices, continue this journey. So today we will be seeing at how does Uddhalaka practices and continue to do his samadhi, attaining his samadhi by chanting Om. Then he also tries various other practices using Om and other techniques, where he uses the bandhas, where he uses the mudras, where he uses the all the PanchPran and technique, and the Purak Kumbhak and Rechak. So what is all these things? We'll understand this in detail today. No, slowly and gradually we'll move towards this. So now here Vaashishtha Muni tells Rama, hey Rama, this Uddhalaka continues his study of the abhyasa, no? The practice of his getting into samadhi using the Omkar Upasana. So like this, using his buddhi, using his intellect, he decides that on this path of walking on this path of yoga, then I make a dhrida nishchaya, means now I'll make a firm belief that doing these things will help me and it will proceed me towards attaining the Nirvikalpa Samadhi. And he also have a firm belief that, okay, this chanting this Om represents the Brahma. It is the symbol. It is the very near to the Brahma is your Om. So let me practice this so that I can attain that state. Where can I reach that Parampara, that supreme position in my life? So now he starts chanting this Om in a very specific manner. So now let us learn what are the multiple ways of chanting Om is being explained here. So we'll see the Yoga Vaashishtha way, we'll see the art of living way, and we'll see other ways where Vedas, see normally books, they talk about it, how one can chant this Om. And then you can choose whatever suits you, whatever best fit you. I prefer the master have already taught us the way of that. We can continue with that. If you like any other way, it's completely your choice and you can do it. Now let us understand, there are a couple of things here. It is being explained that when we chant Om, there are these 3.5 matras that comes. No? So the akara, then the ukara and makara. So there has been used the concept of the Rechak, Purak and Kumbhak here. So before we enter into how do we actually learn to chant Omkara, the Yog Vaashishtha way, whatever is being explained in book, and we'll see can we actually do it practically. There are certain things which might we find it difficult practice, but at least we'll go through it as we are studying the Yog Vaashishtha way. And then we'll also see what are the ways that we learned in Art of Living, how do we do it here. And then we'll also go through in detail what are those different PanchPran, because that thing will also come here. What are the bandhas that we have seen, and what are the mudras, these pranayam techniques, and then this Purak Kumbhak picture, what this means, and how do we utilize it in our sadhana, utilize it in our practice. So what did Uddhalaka utilize it, how you utilize it, all these things in his practice. So that is all well described when he's this particular chapter is getting ended. 57 chapter is this according to the book, sub chapter number 57. We are in chapter number 5, that is Upsham Prakaran. So let us now go step by step. Let us understand what this is. So let us talk about this Rechak, Kumbhak and Purak. So many of us have already done the Art of Living course, and we have been practicing something called as 3-stage pranayam. So in this 3-stage pranayam, we take the counts like 4, 4, 6 and 2. So that during the first 4 counts we breathe in, during the next 4 count we hold the breath inside, during the next 6 counts we breathe out, and then the next 2 count we hold the breath. What is this all about? This is where the concept of this Rechak, Kumbhak and Purak is utilized. What is Purak? Purak means inhale. Whatever you inhale, that is called as Purak. Means you are supplementing, you are supplying the air. That is called as Purak. So the first 4 counts, 2, 3, 4, we breathe in. So that is what is called as Purak. Then what we do, we hold that breath which has been inhaled inside our body and stay for some time. That is called as Antar Kumbhak. Means now the air is within, inside the body, and we are holding the air inside the body. It is called as Kumbhak. But the Kumbhak as it is inside, it's called Antar Kumbhak. It is now inside. Now then what we do the Rechak. We breathe out for the count of 6. So that process is called as Rechak, means exhalation is called as Rechak. And then after that, when your entire Rechak has completed, means your exhalation have completed, now there is nothing, there is no air, breath is left within you. Now you pause that outward, outside. You are not started yet breathing in, and this time, that space in between the outgoing breath has finished and the incoming breath is yet to start. That period, that portion, holding the breath outside your body, is called as Bahya Kumbhak. So this is how the 3-stage pranayam is structured, that Purak, Antar Kumbhak, Rechak and then Bahya Kumbhak. That is what we practice. So definitely this will help us when we practice this next time. Yeah. So these are all the things that we do. Now, in addition to that, what we do, we also practice bandhas. What are those bandhas? Why do we practice it? So we have learned in advanced course we practice some bandhas. So when we breathe in, that part of it, usually it is done in Vajrasan, and it is done after, at least in Art of Living, we do it after practicing the Bhastrika Pranayam. What are the energy that is created in the Bhastrika Pranayam? Now we want to observe that energy. So we breathe in. Now we hold the breath in the body and then we apply the bandhas. No? So the first bandha that we apply is called as Moola Bandha, means we pull the anal muscles inside and lock it. That becomes the bandha. Lock. It's also called bandha, means lock. So we apply the Moola lock, Moola Bandha. That first step. Then what we do, the second lock that we apply is of at the level of your navel. So we pull in all the stomach and the navel muscles in. So that becomes your second lock. It's called Uddhalak Bandha. So you apply that lock here, and then the final lock, you put your chin to your chest and apply one lock here. So that's called Jalandhar Bandha. Now these are the three bandhas. What happens using these bandhas? Whatever the energy that you breathe in, you absorb that energy. What is this absorption? What is this taking the thing? We'll see in the PanchPran also. But right now let's focus on bandha. So we breathe in and put this energy together inside for some time. Let it absorb, and after that, the entire thing, whatever is absorbed from the oxygen is completely absorbed, and whatever is left of that carbon dioxide, you just breathe it out. No, that is from a medical science perspective. From a spiritual perspective, you are actually absorbing the energy. So that is about the bandhas. Now we also learn mudra pranayam. Now I'm not going to go through all the actual mudras. You can always learn that when you do the advanced course. But why do we do mudras? In mudras, what we do, we do different postures. Usually of a hand, you do the posture, something like this, something like this, something like this. There are various postures that we do. Why those postures? Whenever we breathe in and out, usually in we follow something called as Ujjayi. If you'd like to learn what Ujjayi, please do the Art of Living course, happiness program, and you will get to learn what is Ujjayi breath. I'm not going to teach this here. So we usually practice that in Ujjayi. Now all this comes under pranayama. What is pranayama? Pran means that Shakti that we inhale. That is what is pranaya. No, that is the prana. That is the prana Shakti. Now channelizing that prana Shakti to different parts of your body, to different chakras on the subtle level and on the physical level, on a medical science perspective, channelizing that through different portions of your body is called as giving a direction, means ayama. Ayama means it's a channel. It's giving a direction to your prana, to different energy centers is called as pranayama. And in this pranayama, we use this all different methods like Purak, Kumbhak, Rechak. All these things are practiced, and different types of breaths, normal breath, deep breath, Ujjayi breath, all these things we practice in pranayama. So we breathe in and breathe out in a very specific manner, in and then channelizing that energy to various different parts of the body, to different energy centers. This exactly happens when we associated this pranayama with the mudras also. So each and every mudra is having its own significance of channelizing this energy to particular body parts, to particular energy centers. No, one can always study details of each mudra and each energy centers of parts it can redirect to. This can also help to keep your body healthy when we are redirecting, because if particular body parts is like pain and you would like to get over that, or depending upon the vata, kapha and pitta, if there are an imbalance that is created, using all these pranayama techniques, you can reset that and bring that into balance. That is what it does. So in all these things, multiple times you have heard about there is prana, or there is prana. What is this prana is about? So it says that there is not just one prana here. No, there are 5 pranas which are explained. So let us go and understand what these 5 pranas are. So there are Panch pranas which are explained. The first one is the prana. Prana means you already breathe in, and now that energy is there inside you, and that is what is prana Shakti. So that is the prana. So that process of that prana exhaling that out is called as prana. No, that is pushing it out and going back to the, so that is prana. Then there is apana. Apana is your inhaling completely within. No, apana vayu. No, you are breathing in from the space. So it says that the position of the apana vayu is that from your this, if you count the 12, no, so 4 4 8 and this 12. So here, somewhere here, that position outward, that's the position of your apana. That is the space that we usually inhale the breath in. That's why it's called apana vayu. You are breathing in from this space, no? And again, as you breathe out, you again leave that space, breathe in the same space, no? That prana vayu. No? Apana is inhale. Now, what is the what happens to this apana and prana? So it says that whatever the thing is something called as, there is a third panchaprana. Out of panchaprana, the third prana is the samana vayu. No? These are all vayus, no? Prana vayu, apana vayu, samana vayu, vyana vayu, and udana vayu. No? So this samana vayu, what does this samana vayu does? Whatever the apana vayu has breathed in, whatever that prana is there, now it is absorbing, it's converting that thing, digesting, that process of digestion. If you see in the word, is that oxygen that is, you know, now it's converting that energy into absorbable form through the entire body. No? So then once this is already distributed, it's converted and ready for the absorption in the form of nutrition or energy. The next why that comes to picture is Vyana is that absorbing this energy throughout your body. So that is what is Vyana. And when all these things happens, your body is uplifted in an upward direction, and that is called as Uddhalak. No? Now your entire, we feel very energetic, right? We feel very uplifted after we do the pranayam. So this is exactly what happens, that your energy is completely uplifted, and that is called. So these are all the 5 different forms of panchaprana, no, that are explained. Now let us look at it, how this panchaprana, bandha, mudra, and puraka have helped Uddhalaka to practice his sadhana or the meditation. So that is where he starts with something called as omkara. So in our sadhana also we do this practice of omkara. So if we look at omkara, this omkara is formed with 3 matras. No? So 3.5 mantra says the 3 matras. So a is there, akara. Then there is a ukara, and then there is a makara. Combine this together, it forms the omkar. Now he said that according to the Yog Vaashishtha, the way of chanting this, it says that what happens during this akara, that you breathe in, completely breathe in. Now you have started chanting a. No, that akara, that is the prana vayu. The prana vayu, you are now leaving the prana vayu from your body outside, from the mooladhar, bringing it to till the lifts, bringing it to that. No? So it's now so till that point of time, it's Rechak. And during this Rechak, you are chanting akara here. So that point of time, there is a friction that happens, and that friction is called as Yogagni here. Now in this Yoga Vaashishtha book, they said that when Uddhalaka used to chant this akara, that time he used to feel this Yogagni is completely burning his all the body parts, everything is flesh, everything, and what used to remain is only his bones. That feeling is at the level of mind only. Physically, he is just sitting and doing the practice, but at the level, this is what he used to experience. Then it is being said that the next thing that he used to chant is Ukara. And during the Ukara, he used to do the Kumbhak. So it is like he used to take breath in. So he's actually doing the Kumbhak is happening. In between that period, neither he is breathing out nor he is breathing in. No, inside that space where he is just keeping calm, that is where he is is happening. And then it says at the time of Makara, he used to do Purak. No, breathing. So something like now, when you start practicing, you will find it very, very difficult because we have practiced something called that swar yantra, that vocal cord is there. It will seems to vibrate only during breathe out. No, and here it is said that the Uddhalaka used to practice it at the time of Purak. Now that is where the glitch is there, that Ma Uchara is practiced during Purak. How that will be? That will be very, very difficult to practice it. So probably from the practical way of doing it, probably will not be able to practice it, or with some practice, some way, somehow like this. So I'm actually breathing in, Purak is happening, and that time I'm somehow chanting. And that is how he used to chant all these things. This is how it has been said. So Akara, Ukara, and Makara combined, that forms the Om. And during this, he used to apply all these things, or at the level of mind, what is happening with him, and he used to feel that his entire body is just gone. He's just absorbing the energy. He used to feel, experience the Samadhi. That is how he used to do. So using this principle, he has started chanting continuously Om, 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 Om. And then he practiced this over a period of time. Now let us look at other ways of chanting this Om, how they are explained. So in Art of Living, we usually say, okay, this is made of using the Akara, Ukara. A is there, Akara. So that comes from the Brahma. That symbolic energy comes from the Brahma. So which is the creator. Then U comes, which comes Vishnu. U, that symbolic energy which takes care of your maintenance and operations. And the Makarai comes from Mahesh. So that transformation, that thing happens. So these have effects on your body. So body means the navel and below is impact of A. The chest and that portion is an effect of U, and above your head is an effect of Ma. Combined together, A, U, Ma, it forms Om. Now A and U combined together chanted as O, and then in the end we chant Om. So how do we chant? The entire full breath we take in, and then 2/3 of the portion we chant O, and then 1/3 of the portion we chant Ma. So that's a process of chanting Om via Art of Living. Now in other, some of the scriptures, they also say that the chanting is done with A, and then that time your focus will be from starting from Mooladhara Chakra, and then it will go till your Sahasrara Chakra. So these are also another way of how do you practice it. Multiple ways are said. We have discussed all of them. You can choose whatever the way you want to practice it. For our today's session perspective, let us chant Om by the Art of Living way. Let's all close our eyes. आराम से बैठाएं, रीढ़ की हड्डी सीधी कर ले, गर्दन सीधी, shoulders relax. Let us bring back our attention onto our breath. Breathe in and let go. Let us chant Om 3 times. Breathe in Slowly and gradually, you may open your eyes. Just observe your mind right now. Chanting this Om just for few seconds have a profound effect on your body and your mind. Your thought process will reduce a lot. Your body feel that equilibrium. So it said that A, U, and Ma, all these energies are there in the body. If chanting Om, it balances all these energies. Now, there is also one more significance of this, that all these three different energies gives some different qualities to different people, and there are some people have predominant energy of that Brahma Shakti, means they are very good in doing any creative work, srujanatmak, something starting new. They are very enthusiastic about it. And if somebody has something has to done, you see in a corporate, some people, if let's do party, they will be very ready for that. No, let's do something new, they will be ready for that. Let's start this new project, there'll be a lot of enthusiasm. No? So that is there. The second is that some people are very good in maintenance. No, whatever is there, once they have learned, they're following the practice, they will maintain it over a period of time. And there are some people who are very good, they are very intelligent, and they are good in transformation. And at times, whenever it is required, they are good in even showing off the anger also. No, that is also there. So destruction and the transformation, intelligence and the creativity, that is the Shiva Shakti. So placing these people, placing people who want sales and marketing and doing something new, that Brahma Shakti. People who are maintaining the things, placing them there, doing that. People who are in the testing, they destruct them and they find out the defects out of it. So while placing the people also, this is a very good to identify such traits, identify such strengths and weaknesses of the people and place them in the right places, can also help. So this concept of Om is helping us in every aspect of our life. Physical aspect, spiritual aspect, uplifting the energy and applying that into day-to-day routine life as a knowledge also, various ways. So now imagine that we chanted Om just 3 times and having such a profound effect on us. Uddhalaka practiced this n number of times. We keep on chanting Om, Om, Om. Because of that, such a profound effect. So the chapter continues now that when he practiced such things over a period of time, he has entered something called as Dharma Megha Samadhi. He has achieved the state of Dharma Megha Samadhi. It has been explained that Vaashishtha is telling Rama, when someone practices such things according to Yoga Shastras, it is being displayed that one who does not have the Aihik Vaibhav, means the attraction, material world's pleasure, does not have anything towards it. The one who does not even want siddhis, all the powers that does, the multiple siddhashta siddhis are there. That anima, garima, taking the smaller rupa, the form, and then all these other siddhis, vakshuddhis also are there. All these, not even caring to attain any siddhi, even just not even running after that, and not even attaining any spiritual labh out of spiritual gain out of it, not even parmarthik labh, not even a spiritual gain out of it, and completely submerged into being uh, with the Atmanusandhana, means completely being with the self, just wanting to be in the self, being with them, feeling that completeness, that paripurnata avastha, is called as dharma meg avastha, that is called as dharma meg samadhi. So that is there now. He gets into that state, Uddhalaka. Now he is coming out of it, again going into it, coming out of it, again going into it. Again, sometimes his Vishayas are taking him out, but coming back. No, all these things are happening the way it happens to us. No, we take a break. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes it does not happen. We again initiate. Again we do it. It's a part of the journey which everybody goes through. So now he prepares himself for the Nirvikalpa Samadhi. So in the Nirvikalpa Samadhi, you utilize all the knowledge that he has. Whenever those Vishayas, it was like go outward, he will put Viveka into picture. He'll put that as a Bandha. He utilizes all these Panchapranas, he utilizes the Bandhas, Purak, Rechak, all these Apana, Panchaprana and its practices. He utilizes all that and continue to practice. And one fine day, his chitta is completely submerged into his chit. That is the Paramatma, Atma, whatever the name you call, and he experienced complete Nirvikalpa Samadhi. So after completing, once he has attained that, once he has chitta has completely submerged into the chit, now he has attained such a state where all the devas and the gods and Gandharvas, people, they come and offer. He seems then standing. Basically, what is shown now, the entire Vaibhav, entire happiness, entire pleasure is at his feet now. No, what is it that Gurudev says? Kasya sukam na karoti viraga, no, Shankaracharya said this. Gurudev also says it. Once you enter this type, what pleasure is not there? Every pleasure will be there available to you at your feet. So this happens with Uddhalaka. He sees that all the apsaras, all these beautiful ladies, all the devas, all these people are now coming and offering. Now you come to heaven, you already attended. Now you come and experience all that pleasure and joy. Now you owe this. You own it now. So he say, but when they are standing, he just doesn't even care for that. He just ignore it, because now the one who has experienced the light of the sun, why he'll bother about the small diya? Why he'll bother about the small pleasure, and automatically it will get dropped. It's not that it disrespect them, but it's just like that. Okay, now he doesn't need it. No, he says, "Thank you so much. I'm not interested." So then after that is this Uddhalaka now experience that Jivan Mukti Vilas. Now he is, whatever the action that he is doing, he doesn't feel is that there. Whatever the things he is doing, there is nothing to obtain. He has completely lost that Bheda Buddhi, means that discrimination thing. No, dividing things. This is good, bad, papa, punya, acceptance, rejection. Today, if you have seen how beautifully Gurudeva walked us through meditation, he made us all these things. That drop all these things. Not neither this, neither this, neither this, neither. Surrendered everything to the divinity. Whatever experience you are having, pleasant, unpleasant, opinions, impressions, past, future, everything, good, bad, what is there, just surrender that to the Gauri. So once you attain that, then that is what is happening with Uddhalak also. He also experienced this. You are already free. Once you have attained this state of your being, you are already free. You are already Jivan Mukta. You already attained that. So that is what happens with Uddhalaka. And then he attains something called as Satta Samanya Sthiti. Now that he's feel that everywhere there is a presence of only and only that Chida, only that Chida, Chit, not Chitta, Chit. Everywhere that Paramatma, everywhere that Atma, Brahman, Shiva, everywhere it's all omnipresence, omnipotent, everywhere. So that Satta, that power which is there everywhere, no? No, that is called as Satta Samanya Sthiti. Means it's everywhere. It's the same state. It's complete equilibrium, complete equanimity, sthita pragita. He experienced that. And then after that, once he has gone through it, now he says, I have attained everything. And he just completely removed into that nirvikalpa samadhi. Now after few months, because of the sun, his body also gets completely dried. And then he just leave that body. He just doesn't care. He just go and achieve the parampara. So nirvana position is something that he attains. Moksha is something that, and it said after some time, even the Chamunda Vikini, there is one Devi who comes with, and then she takes even that body into that Kadak and Kesh, in winter and Tilput. That's just as a thing, just as a thing. So even for the body, it has been given so much of honor and respect. Imagine that, okay, there is no doubt that the Uddhalaka have reached to the highest. He has attained the liberation. He has Viteya Mukti, attained the liberation. So that is where this particular Uddhalaka story finishes. Tomorrow we'll start with Surughi. There is another Kirat, this country called Kirat, and the king of that is known as Surughi. So this king also have attained the moksha. How does he attain is something that we'll see in tomorrow's story. So with that note, I'd like to give a pause to my Vani, my words, and would like to hand over these sessions to all of you. If you have anything to be expressed, you have any questions, like to express yourself, what are your takeaways, you are welcome to do so. Over to you all. Jai Gurudev. Unmute option is being made available. You can unmute yourself and speak.
Thank you, Someshwarji, for explaining us so beautifully. All the pranas and how to do the bandhas and their effects on us, how they help us going ahead. And the same thing I would love to say is even Uddhalaka tried all that, and his radiant being, it just shone like that full divinity, and his whole being transmuted into that divinity. That was there. And what happened? That life force energy filled up that, and that life force energy is our Kundalini. That was spread out like a spiral. And then body has also been completely purified. So Uddhalaka's body is also purified now after going through all this purification. And completely purified, he seated in the lotus posture. That is, of course, he makes his posture firm and he tightens up his senses. That is that bandha, that tied up his senses. And with the movement of the twin life force, that is the prana and apana, he withdraws his inner senses from the contact of their objects, just as the oil is separated from the seeds. So thereupon, he becomes directly aware of the mental conditioning created by the past experiences and unconditions the awareness and makes it pure. So that is what the whole procedure is going on. And with this life force and awareness, this life force energy, that is a Kundalini energy which rises up, and awareness, he thus prevented from the externalization. Means instead of going outside, but with a perfect discipline, he held his mind in his heart. So that is what exactly the yin and the yang is, the energy that comes here. That is the balance, that is the equilibrium exactly. And that brings him the absolute tranquility without any destruction. So this is what he experienced exactly. So that tranquility, no distractions, nothing is there. Now his heart is beheld with the darkness of the ignorance that veils the light of the self-knowledge. So that veil also drops. Yes, there's a light of knowledge aroses in him. So with that, that was a beautiful thing that he experienced. Hope we also go through all that with the pranas, pranayams, Basrikas, Ujjayi breath, of course, Sudarshan Kriya also. We also come up to that stage. So thank you very much. That was a very great, good takeaway for me today. Let us all practice and come up to that level. So, thank you. Jai Gurudev.
जय गुरुदेव संगीता जी, थैंक्स फॉर समराइजिंग इट वेरी ब्यूटीफुली. किसी को और अपना व्यक्त होना है, जरूर आप अनम्यूट करके अपने आप को व्यक्त कर सकते हैं.
जय गुरुदेव.
जय गुरुदेव बीना जी, प्लीज गो अहेड.
मुझे एक क्वेश्चन पूछना है आपसे. आपने अभी जो डिफरेंट आपने तरीका बताया कि किस तरह से ओम बोला जाता है. आई हैव लर्नड ओनली द आर्ट ऑफ लिविंग वन, बट व्हाट इज द subtle difference, and which is very important if you will practice that one. Which one are you classifying them, and this is good, this is better, this is best, something like that?
No, I will never do that. So here we are saying this is what is scriptures are saying. So we are not saying this is good, that is bad, that is it. No. So here we are saying, okay, these are the different ways proposed in different from shastras. You choose what is to be best for you, what works for you, because certain things you will find it very difficult to practice. Specifically the Yog Vaashishtha way, I discussed this with Yatin, I discussed with a couple of other people who have given discourses on Yog Vaashishtha. And from that perspective, I have gone through multiple books also, Hindi, English, Marathi, and all these books. But we still did not find whatever the way it's explained here. I have explained you, all of you, is the way same thing is explained in book. But when you put it in a practice, I found it very difficult, because from a medical science perspective, for your vocal cord to vibrate, it has to have a breath. Outgoing breath has to be there, no? Otherwise, how will, okay, if I say that, okay, now you completely breathe out and say word, can you say right? Not possible, right? So here it is said that at the time of Purak, you are saying ma, and at the time of saying Kumbhak, you are saying O. How can you say that? Then it has to be within mind, not practical physically. How can you say when you are doing Kumbhak? Kumbhak means the state where you are neither breathing in, neither you are breathing out. Your vocal cord will not vibrate. How will you chant O there? Try it out. Anybody can try. Practice this. It's not possible. So,
but it was possible. That's why they have written over there. Am I right?
I don't know. I cannot comment on that. No, that's the thing. So probably it is beyond our buddhi. Our intellect is not able to comprehend it. So I asked, was there any Sanskrit shloka which talks about it? I did not find any shloka which talks about this. So is this the author's opinion of way doing it? Is it the mistake that have happened while writing it down? Probably if I just say, if I just convert that sentence, now it says, मचा उच्चार करताच त्याच्या शरीरात प्राणवायू भरू लागला पुरक. This is what is Marathi is written here. Means now it is being said after chanting ma, you are being starting Purak, then it makes sense, right? Then we have to convert that kartats nahi. No, you have to say kelyavar. So if you see the Marathi, means what it means, what I mean here, it should have been like this. After chanting ma sa uchchar kelyavar, Purak started, then it's okay that you have finished chanting entire Om, even if the U was completely in Kumbhak. Still there is an issue that here it is being said that, okay, you have breathed in, and while breathing out from the Muladhara chakra till it comes to your lips, means you have completely breathed out. Now there is no breath left inside you, and then you are going getting into the state of Kumbhak. means you are pausing. Breathing also is not there. Breathe out is also not. Kumbhak, in Kumbhak you are chanting U. So I can at least understand that you are not actually chanting it, it's just within. You are just feeling. Finish, your breath is finished. Now nothing, Kumbhak. Who is also finished. I can at least understand that who is finished without breath. But then Ma, how will you chant Ma? There is no breath left in sin. Your vocal cord will not vibrate. So is it just within mind? Then just like.
Or is it possible? It's like either they must have experienced while doing in a deep meditation, well, एक तो होता है हम बोल के आप उच्चारण कर रहे हैं, एक होता है कि मन में, जैसे कि हम
मन पॉसिबल है. देखो मन के लेवल पे चलेंगे तो बात खत्म हो जाएगी.
गायत्री मंत्र जब करते करते ना, तो अभी तो ऐसा आता है कि वो अपने आप चल रहा है ना गायत्री मंत्र. तो क्या वो ऐसा वो चीज के बारे में बोल रहे हैं?
There is nothing that is mentioned in the book about it. There is no explanation. That Om chapter is very less, and there is nowhere it is mentioned. I have studied all the 3 books, Marathi, Hindi, English. नहीं है. मैंने इसलिए in the afternoon I called up Yatin. Yatin कुछ है क्या बताओ? पता नहीं है, ऐसे ही है बुक में. Even he has also checked it. It's like this. And
एक चीज और मेरे दिमाग में चल रही थी जो आप ने बताया ना, तो लाइक हम गुरुजी ने जो बताया है वो उसको उच्चारण करते करते ऐसा लगता है कि आपका जैसे 7 चक्रास में वो बहुत क्लियरली आप उसको देख पा रहे हैं, ठीक है ना. तो जब म का साउंड आता है तो वो म का साउंड, वो वाइब्रेशंस केवल यहाँ पे नहीं होता है. यूजुअली वी आर टीचिंग लाइक दैट कि हम यहाँ पे वाइब्रेशंस होता है, पर जब म का साउंड आते आते वो इवन वो मूलाधार की वहां से भी आप तरंग फील करते हैं, पूरा 7 चक्रों में तरंग फील करते हैं. तो व्हाट एग्जैक्टली इट इज देयर, इट्स माय, ये मैंने कई बार नोटिस किया. तो मैं अच्छा हुआ मैं आज ये सेशन अटेंड कर रही हूँ तो आपसे पूछ पा रही हूँ, नहीं तो मेरे ये डाउट था मेरा कि ये क्या है एग्जैक्टली.
Right, let's understand this. See, while mentioning today, while speaking, I spoke, there is another scripture which says it's not from Muladhar till your lips, as it is here. No, some of the days say that it's from Muladhar till your Sahasrara.
Yes.
That. Sahasrara. So what is that? You just observe, no, this, you are breathe in, and after you breathe out, the automatically you feel that as your breathe out starts, it's from Muladhar. Automatically it is lifting up your all energy as you are doing this, and then automatically when it comes to the level of it will feel a vibration. Our vibrations will be, it's very clear, we have experienced this. And when the vibration comes, by that time you already that very little is left, that breath is left. It is not somewhere, it is here only, and then you actually feel that it's from here till here. Till your nose, you can feel that ma vibration, and you chant it. You just close your lips and chant. This actually it will happen.
No, that is there. That is visibly when we are teaching. It is visible.
It is
but
it is
जब हम अकेले में बैठ के करते हैं और आपका प्राणा लेवल थोड़ा हाई रहता है मॉर्निंग के समय पे, तो आपका बहुत लंबा जाता है, तो आपको लगता है कि वो ये यहीं पे नहीं है, वो पूरा मतलब मूलाधार को भी कंपन हो रहा है, पूरा 7 चक्रों में कंपन हो रहा है.
होता ही है ना. I accept it. We are not saying 2 different things. What we are saying, कि only thing what you are referring to, it happens only at the time of ma in Muladhar everywhere. What I am saying is that it's not at the time of ma when you chant that point starts with Muladhar, it goes through all the chakra till way down. When you actually reaches to the ma, by that time your energy is already towards Sahasrara. So that is what happens. And including PanchPran also, it is the same concept that has been said, that when you actually do this prana, apana is that inhale. The after apana, when you breathe out, you are not air. Breathing out process is prana. And then when this is converted, that is what is samana. And then once it is ready for the absorption, that is what is Vyana. And once now that entire energy is absorbed in you, now it is completely uplifting your energy up. That is Udana. So Udana, if you see, I probably can show you, just one second. Let me show that picture. Actually, मेरे को दिखाना था, but मैंने नहीं किया वो. But let me do that now. Now you see this. These are all the PanchPran. Are you able to see that?
Yes.
Okay. So if you see it here, they have shown it with color. So the prana is, see, at the level of heart and till your neck. That is what is the prana. So that is what heart, no? So you breathe in, it comes here, that prana is there. Now there is a samana. So if you see this digestion, physical digestion, that happens all here. No? So that is the samana. Now when I that it is ready for the absorption. Samana is the conversion. So you see where that food get digest, it get digest here, the stomach. That is what the portion is shown here in yellow. No, then I told you Vyana. Vyana means now it is ready. That samana is making it ready for the absorption. Vyana is absorbing it everywhere. And if you see the orange color, where is the orange color? Entire your body outside circle, that is the orange color. Means it is being absorbed everywhere in your body. That is Vyana. No, it's completely absorbed in your entire body now. That is Vyana. And what happens after that? Once that is completely absorbed, automatically your entire energy level goes towards the upward, and it is the after your neck above in the head, that is called as Udana. Your entire energy reaches to the bliss Sahasrara chakra, and that is where you feel bliss. So these are all the Panchaprana, and that is exactly what happens when we chant Om also. The Om will raise your Prana Shakti. Ultimately, it will reach to the Udana, and that is where you will actually feel that bliss after chanting Om. So this
Achha,
is
not only during the time of Om, while doing the meditation, we are not chanting anything.
Yeah.
Maybe listening the mantras or sitting in a meditation. That time, prominently, we can find there is some kampan over here, at the back of that head. So that is, and it's very visible also. As if something is happening at the back. Something is happening. So this happened recently. This is happening. I noticed. Then I thought, okay, it may be because of that my posture is not correct or something like that. But frequently now it is happening while sitting in a meditation, while concentrate, just be in a relaxed mode or chanting during the time. Like today, Chandi Homa ke Doran. It was really amazing. So these are the vibrations, but how to go beyond that? What exactly is beyond that? That I'm not able to go pierce into it. So what should we do? It's like we should just keep on observing, or there is any other methodology which here it has been taught, or they have taught, and they are going to tell us in coming sessions. So just let me know. I'm curious enough to know what next.
Yes. Okay. Let us start it by addressing one by one. The first thing that you said, that you have these kind of experiences, the vibration, this energy, or the blissful state, not just during Omkara, but in other practices also. Probably after Sudarshan Kriya, or listening to mantras, or probably doing some other pranayama techniques, be 3-stage Bastrika, we do have an experience. Is it possible? Absolutely is possible. Is it okay to have such experience? Absolutely, it's okay to have such experience. What do we do after we get such experience? Experience at that point of time. Do not expect the same experience next time. It may come, it may not come. If you hold on to your experiences, if it doesn't happen, you will feel that, oh, am I lacking somewhere? Oh, that was such a good experience that point of time, which happens with Uddhalak also. Initial stages, it happens that he sees sometimes light, sometimes it's not there. When we do the Art of Living course and we conduct the Art of Living course and we ask for sharing the experience, people still share, I had this experience, I have that experience. Why in AMP also, in SIM also, people will say they have, and suddenly you feel, oh, I did not have that experience. Your situation is different, your body is different, you have probably a different type of food, you're probably in a different location, probably you're with different people, set of people around you, your state of your being is completely different. Probably there is no stress on you, probably these people are much more stressed. So the moment you are in, it's like when you actually need it and you get something, that someone who is literally hungry, that point of time you offer a food, even a little food will be so tasty for that person. If your stomach is already full, you will not experience anything. Somebody offer you food, you'll say, okay, I don't need it. That point of it doesn't mean anything to you. So if someone is already stressed, they will get different experience. Do not, Gurudev, do not hold on to any such experiences on this path, even if it is siddhi. Now here we see, that state where he attains one state, something called as dharma mega samadhi. Dharma mega samadhi means that point of time, now you're not worried about whether you have siddhis or not, whether you have experiences or not, whether you have that vaibhav, that thing or not. It is not mattering you now, because you have attained something which is higher. Now, while walking on this path, when do we realize this, that I have actually obtained the highest? It will be very obvious. It will be very obvious in all your actions, the way you speak to the people. All the questions will be dropped. There will not be any curiosity that is left. You will start answering people's question automatically. You will remain in that state 24/7. Nothing will matter to you. There will not be any sankalpa or vikalpa. You will be start looking at the things in a very equanimous state. All the lakshans of Guru, dekh lo ab jaake Gurudev ki, that is the state one has to be in. Childlike. बात करें तो मतलब पूरा एक बुक भी लिख सकते हैं पर on this. There's many things, just look at it, observe him. Every action of his is an action of the enlightened. That's a state. You can quantify that as a lakshan of the enlightened. When that state comes, you will know it. You will not go and ask anyone, when that state, have I reached there? Do I measure that? Automatically, anyone who reaches that state, automatically it will be known to him or her.
No, I'm not stuck up over here. Honestly speaking, earlier I used to be.
Yeah.
Now it's naturally. If I would have stuck up over there, I think this experience would not come. But the thing is, I'm just observing it, and I'm just experiencing as this is the first time I am telling to someone. Why? Because they may not understand. Some of them may take it otherwise. So I'm just expressing my feelings. But the thing is that I just want to know. My question is that is in this book, are they going beyond that, or some other more experience? Because I haven't yet. This is the book which I haven't yet read. No, I must read it out. In fact, so. Is it something more beyond that one, which is mentioned over here in this book, that I want to know? It's like, क्या इसके भी beyond में कुछ लिखा है क्या? उद्दल को क्या और भी इससे भी higher experiences हुए हैं क्या? वो I'm curious to know. I'm curious to know that what exactly going to get.
Okay, so now the experience that we are talking about here, right now we are going through this Upsham Prakaran. Now in Upsham also many people actually experience this samadhi. This state of different consciousness, this state. Somebody just experience the thoughtless process, somebody feel that their chitta is completely submerged, they have in the thing. So all these things is actually chapter number 6 and 7. Now they have said through these stories they have attained. So now they are taking us ahead in this path one by one. And what state you are exactly referring to, it comes in the nirvana. So definitely, yes, it is explained in detail. I'm telling you, there are 32,000 shlokas. Out of that, 18,000 shlokas are these 5 chapters. And the 6 chapters are remaining shlokas. So almost half of the portion is on nirvana here. If not half, at least 60% is covered here. Remaining 40% is nirvana prakaran. They are going to talk about this only. So yes, there is a lot that is yet to be covered, and we'll go through that step by step. What happens to all this? So
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for giving such a detailed experience of different types of pranayama. I'm lucky enough to be with you people. Thank you so much.
Same here. We are just sharing whatever is that there in the book and whatever the knowledge that we heard from the master. So there's whatever is there. It's all the Shastras knowledge, and it is all the knowledge of the Gurudev that have given to us. We are just being an instrument here to share it across. That's all. Nothing more than that. Good. So is there anything else that anyone wants to share or have any questions? We are welcome to ask. If you want to contribute something or what are your takeaways, you can express that. If not, then we'll take a pause here. आज के सत्र को हम लोग यहीं पे समापन करते हैं. We'll pause here so that we can meet tomorrow. जय गुरुदेव.